Hello friends and welcome to the Cold War Prepper. We're continuing our meal planning series and we're taking a little bit of a diversion, and today we're going to talk about prepackaged meals, freeze-dried, just add water. So camping meals, survival meals, and all that kinds of stuff. You can still include these in your planning. For example, lasagna is offered through several different companies, and so just put in your plan lasagna, number 21, whatever the case might be, and then make sure you have enough to back that up. I'm going to go through some rules I use when I buy prepackaged materials, but first let me give you the quote for today. And this is from Ayn Rand, and it says, "We are fast approaching the point where I need glasses. No, we are fast approaching the stage of the ultimate inversion, the stage where the government is free to do anything it wants, while the citizens may act only by permission, which is a stage of the darkest periods of American history, the stage of rule by brute force." So let's talk about getting freeze-dried food. So I have some basic rules that I would like to share with you when I buy large quantities or even sample sizes of freeze-dried foods. Some of them I've been involved with for a long time. For example, Mountain House. We used Mountain House at Philmont Scout Ranch back in the late 60s and early 70s. So that's been a friend of mine for a long time. Number one, if you're going to make beware of companies that only sell 1 week, 1 month, 1 year supplies for thousands of dollars. Because what they're hoping for is that you don't taste that food until it's too late after the apocalypse, and then you're stuck with thousands of dollars worth of unedible stuff. So in order to avoid that, rule number 2 is before you order from that company, call them, write them, and ask them if you can have a taste sample. Would they send you a small serving so that you can taste it and see whether or not you want to invest your money in it? Now remember, rule number 3 is tastes vary. I'm very happy with one of my lasagna meals, and I put it out on the channel here earlier, and somebody else said, "Oh man, that sucks." Well, tastes vary. Even Helen and I don't necessarily agree on our taste of everything. Now remember, my taste may be jaundiced by the fact that I had 21 years in the Army and lived off of C rations and MREs, and so I was very appreciative of what the cooks worked their tails off to provide for us when we were in garrison, whereas other people tried to always compare that to their mom's home cooking and were sorely disappointed. So put it into everything is relative. Put it into context of what you're eating and how you're eating it, and sometimes you can be very appreciative of what you have. So number 4, their serving size and my serving size don't necessarily jive. I'm going to say that, for example, there is Thrive Life, and I'm a representative of this company. I've been a distributor since 2009. But this is the new packaging that they come out with the new service. This is just add water, and this one happens to be a vegetable pasta primavera. They say it's 3 servings, count on it being 2 servings. So kind of, I think, their serving sizes are a little bit smaller than what I would want. And if you really want to be fulfilled and eat, then I would say probably reduce the number of servings on any container you're getting by 33%. And that will probably give you closer to reality of what you're going to be serving as far as serving sizes. Then number 5 is consider whether you want to do a number 10 can or you want to do the pouch, a retort pouch. For example, when I buy Nutrient Survival, and I strongly recommend them, I like the taste. I like the fact that it has added nutrients in every one of the products that they offer. You can get the number 10 can, which is very easy to store. And when I buy from the LDS, the Latter-day Saints Church of Jesus Christ, here we have a Provident Living Center close by, within a half an hour, 45 minutes. And so I used to buy a case a month. Now I'm down to where I buy 2 cans a month. And within those 2 cans, I'm getting one of those boxes because it's perfect fit for 6 number 10 cans. Then I can put 4 of my own in there, write the contents on the side, and stack those, and then I know what's in that and where it is. So number 10 cans are very easy to store, to stack, etc. The retort pouches are not. Now, you save money by buying the retort pouches, but it's more difficult to store. So that means you're probably going to have to buy some sort of a storage container. And I've done that. One of the things about storage containers, make sure you buy as many as you can at the same time, because I've done that over the years, and some of mine don't match. They won't sit on top of each other. So I've probably got about 15 different kinds of storage containers. Try to get them as close to each other as size or the same company as possible so that they're easier to stack. Okay, so let's go through what we have. So let's start off with Mountain House. That's the one that's been around probably one of the longest, and this is their chicken and rice, basically. They call it rice and chicken so that there aren't any copyright infringements. This says that it's 10 servings. I would say count on it being closer to 6 to 7 servings. Just add water. So this is that time frame, you know, when whatever happens, people are going to, if they lose their gas and electricity, they're going to be outside cooking. Everybody can smell what you're cooking, trying to get rid of the stuff that's in your freezer and refrigerator. That is not the time for your freeze-dried foods. You want to do what they're doing. Empty your freezer and your refrigerator and grill out in the backyard. Now, when they start starving, when they've gone through all that and all their canned goods, now's the time when you just boil water and that nobody can smell, and use that and add it to one of these mixes, and then you have your meal. So everything we're talking about today is just going to be freeze-dried food. You add boiling hot water to, let it seep for a minute, and then you have an entree for a meal. So that was Mountain House. Now, Mountain House also comes in their individual serving sizes, and this is going to be far more expensive. You're going to find these typically in Academy, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, any of the other major camping and outdoor sporting goods stores. They're going to have all of those. The next one I would like to talk about, of course, is Saratoga Farms. And they have a large quantity of various types of foods as well. This is their chili mac, and this is 20 servings. So I would say count on this being equivalent to about 15 servings. So remember, you're just going to measure out a half a cup, measure out a half cup of hot water, boiling hot water, put it in something to let it seep for about 5 minutes and stir it, and then you have a ready-made meal. So there's very little odor, so your friends won't know that you're cooking. Then, of course, one of my favorites, Nutrient Survival. My number 10 cans are in a box I didn't want to get down, but I do have some number 10 cans. But this is their Daily Action Pack, I believe it's called. And so this is the same number of servings, but you're going to save about $3 or $4 because you don't have the number 10 can. However, this does not easily stack, so you're going to have to get something to put it into in order to store that in a nice place. Some of the other companies that we have out there, I showed you the Thrive Life, and I've been a distributor with them for quite a while. There's another company, and I just bought these to taste test, because they don't offer taste separate. This is called Campfire Meals. You can get these either online or from any of the major camping and outdoor sporting places. This is rice with sweet pulled pork, macaroni and cheese with beef, fettuccine Alfredo with chicken, and breakfast skillet. Now, all of these say that they're 2 servings. I wouldn't count on that. I would count on that being 1 serving. Let me let the dogs out. They're scratching at the door. There's another company, Daily Bread, and they will send you a free sample to taste. If you ask them, this is their chicken a la king with noodles. They have some fantastic things. This is 1 serving. Then Wise Foods was one of the early people to come out with good foods. They do have the year-long things. If you write them or call them or send them an email, they will send you something to sample. They're proud of what they do, and they're one of the older companies out there who does freeze-dried food. So get a hold of them. Ask for a taste test, and then if you like it, order it like I did. Another one is Food for Patriots. Now be careful, there are 2 different Patriot type names, companies, and make sure you get the right one. This is a sample, Granny's Homestyle Potato Soup. So one of the other things you need to be aware of is when you get those year-long plans. Number one, they count a glass of milk or a cup of coffee or a glass of juice as a serving. They also count, they'll be loaded with potato soup, mac and cheese, cream of wheat, these inexpensive things that are easy to cook, and those are going to be considered servings. So take a look at the entire plan, take a look at the contents, take a look at how much money you're spending. And if they won't provide you a free sample to taste, then I would consider not buying from them. Okay, so that's pretty much how it is. Let me give you the other quote I wanted to give you today, and I think I just lost it in the shuffle. Oh, well. Yeah, I lost it in the shuffle. I had one separated out just for today, and I lost it. Okay, but we can go with Cicero. How's that? So what I've done is I've got sayings I want to catch up on for all the time that I was in the hospital and stuff like that. But this one's from Cicero. So it says, "Beautiful speeches are the first sign of weakness," boastful speeches are the first sign of weakness. And those who are capable of great things usually keep their mouth shut. So, be humble, be quiet, and let the others do their thing. Because, I think it was Einstein who said that light travels faster than sound. So a lot of people look intelligent until they open their mouth. And so then you get, that comes later. But anyhow, remember, we're all in this together so we can come out the other side together. Be kind, respectful, and polite to each other because togetherness is the key. Take care. Bye-bye.